Hi Leo, this is Becky and we are here to read for the February 15th partial solar eclipse occurring at 27 degrees Aries. Now Leo, at the end of January 31st, there was a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign, in the first house of your solar chart, which represents you. Now what's happening is across the sky from Leo sits Aquarius. And now the partial solar eclipse is occurring opposite you in the sky, in the sign of Aquarius at 27 degrees, pinging across the sky, back and forth. Now, just as the full moon lunar eclipse occurred in your first house, which was all about you, all about how you appeared to others, new beginnings, your own evolution, so to speak, in the ethos of you. And so right now, this particular partial solar eclipse coming up on February 15th in Aquarius will be hitting your solar chart, which is good for all Leos. We're not doing natal charts. We're doing solar charts, which are the general charts for all of you. This solar eclipse is going to be hitting you in the 7th house of the solar chart. What this means is relationships are going to be triggered. Now these relationships can be romantic and love, of course. They could be business, but in both kinds of relationships, the 7th house is the house of contracts, sharing, mutuality. So we're not just talking romance here. We're talking marriage, engagement. These are contracts. Yes, and marriage is a legal contract, engagement being just sort of an agreement between two people to marry. And once you marry, that's a legal contract. So those two will be in play in a couple of days, those two areas. Secondarily, or I should say equally, not secondarily energetically, but equally so, this could play out in terms of relationships in business, where contracts are being negotiated, where there's everybody's putting in all their chips together and agreeing to share the pot, so to speak. Now, could very well be moving in with someone, agreeing to split the expenses and share costs. And then, like we said, marriage and engagement, of course, planning this formal union. And it could also relate to the business sector. Now, additionally, this 7th house will be pinging across the sky back to that first house that was the focus of the last eclipse on January 31st. So you may be getting ready to decide what you want to do regarding love, regarding offering engagements. Lots of stuff going on with you, Leo. We're going to be using this deck here. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's a traditional deck and one that I always like to use. Then we'll be crowning the reading with one card from the Romance Angels Oracle cards and one card for messages from your angels. And let me see what else. Oh yes, this particular solar eclipse, Leo, will be in play energetically in your solar chart from now, so to speak, all the way up to 6 months and maybe even 12 months. But of course, it's the strongest right after the eclipse. And some astrologers say that's indeed when most people experience the energy. So if you don't see anything developing as we hit that eclipse point later on this week, then keep an eye out, because it just very well may be manifesting for you a little bit later on down the line. All right, so we are ready to get started. I've already created a sacred space, and you can see I do not have a candle today. I believe you can see my rose quartz crystal, which is with us today for love. And that is because on February 4th, the feng shui shifted. If you practice feng shui, then you know what I'm talking about. Ancient Chinese tradition of manipulating energies in your home or your workplace, your personal space, so that you can take advantage of how the energies have shifted for the new year. Chinese New Year's coming up. but February 4th is the day we reposition everything in the house for feng shui purposes. And so I'm sitting in the north sector, and the north sector says this year, in the year of the dog in 2018, no candles, no fire, no fireplaces lit, nothing, no fire elements in the north sector of your house. So think of that as you join the new year, basically the Chinese New Year, not just what do I want to say? Not just the calendar New Year, the Western style calendar, but also the Chinese New Year, which is based on a lunar calendar. Okay, we're ready to go. Angels, we're with our Leo friends, and we would like one card, angels, to help them know what is the prevailing energy for them as they move through this eclipse in their 7th house. Okay, angels, now we'd like another card. What might pop up for Leo during this eclipse? What might pop up that they're going to need to deal with? There it is. Angels, what is the advice to Leo on how best to manage this, whatever it is that's going to pop up for them as a result of this eclipse? Advice? Thank you, angels. Okay, good. Okay. All right, Leo, let's take a look at your cards, and then we will talk about them. Okay. Yep, I can already see what's happening here. Okay, let me just make sure that you can see those cards, and I believe you can. Yes. Okay. Let me show you what they are. First, we have the Major Arcana, the Emperor. Next, the 5 of Pentacles. Next, the 2 of Swords. Okay, so let me just take a look. Okay. All right, Leo, let's talk in the love realm, and then we can also convert this to a business setting. But right now what I'm seeing is this. Since the 7th house for me seems to be really popping for you in terms of relationships, formalizing relationships. We have first the overall energy. Now the overall energy is the Emperor. This is a Major Arcana card, which means in the Tarot that it is an archetypal energy that is pervasive. It's a very strong energy. So this is at play. What is the Emperor telling me? The Emperor is telling me very clearly that you are thinking of making something very official in terms of the love realm. You are thinking of consolidating basically your spiritual and material wealth with another in a joint union that includes marriage, something like a marriage, or at least getting engaged to formalize this union before it takes that final step. Some of you may be engaged and getting ready to be married, but nonetheless, you are thinking about that. And what I'm seeing is that there may pop up some feelings of doubt. There may pop up even a money, I'm going to say this, it'll only apply to some of you, a money shortage regarding paying for expenses for the wedding. There may be some distress about how are we going to pay for the expenses regarding the wedding. And I just heard the word cost overruns. That's a really weird word to pop up in terms of wedding. But it could very well be that the wedding will cost more, the expenses will cost more than you had budgeted for. And you're going to have to make some decisions about what to cut, or to cut anything, or to try and find additional resources. Another way this could work out for you Leos, and you'll still move ahead with the wedding, but it may have to have some changes. But another way this could work out is that you're trying to formalize this union, and what may pop up is some feelings of internal doubt. Doubt that you may feel for just a little bit as to, should I proceed either to ask this person to marry me, or is now the time to ask, or I have asked, is now the time to go ahead and proceed with wedding plans or not? And I'll show you these cards in a minute. Or what path should I take? Proceed, not proceed. I'm feeling either energetically that this may not be the best match for me, or I'm feeling energetically that it is the best match for me, but I'm just not sure of the timing. I'm just not sure if there's finances to move forward. And there may be some insecurity on your part, Leo, which, the Emperor, oh my gosh, I mean, this is very much your energy. There may be some insecurity on your part as to whether you have the finances to even enter into this marriage or enter into this moving in together. You may kind of be doubting that. Now let's go card by card. First we said the Emperor. Leo, this could be you very, very muchly so, because you are a fire sign. Now, on the Emperor's throne, you can see these ram's heads, the ram being Aries. So this card traditionally goes with Aries, but I am seeing this as your energy, Leo. This energy of the Emperor is one of, let's see, how do I say it? The word that came to me is just consolidation. I'm hearing consolidation. I'm hearing basically creating your kingdom and ruling it, guiding it, steering it, in charge, making a decision, upholding the decision, follow through, sort of like the captain of the ship. So Leo, this is basically your energy. And you may be trying to guide something and be the captain and the ruler of all that you survey in terms of your relationships in business or romance and love. And you this is the energy that you're embodying, and you may be a little bit rigid. So the caution here, Leo, is to be a little bit flexible as we move through the eclipse energy, because what's getting ready to pop up is this, and this is the Five of Pentacles. Now, it may or may not manifest the same way for everybody, but the Five of Pentacles, it speaks to being a little bit disheartened, as you can see these two people might be. But there is hope. All they have to do is look up at the church window and see these five illuminated pentacles with light. They're illuminated with light, and this is the church window. So there is a solution here, but this may pop up as feelings of doubt, feelings of insecurity in proceeding forward. Like I just explained in all those scenarios, it could even be a business where you're second guessing either opening a business, starting your business, or collaborating with others in a business partnership that involves legal contracts and joint ventures with money. Mixing monies, so to speak. But if it is related to love, which I think for most of you, I just saw 99% in my head. So maybe the majority of you, it is for love. And my guess is it is. There may be some, like I said, some doubts that creep into your mind. Or like I said before, there may be a feeling of, I don't have enough. I don't have enough money to actually proceed with this wedding, or maybe I won't have enough to provide for the person if you're the one who's planning, who likes to be the provider. Now, this obviously is not, just either the male or female. It's whatever energy in the two, one or you or the other person, really enjoys feeling like the provider. Yes, you'll both be pitching in, obviously, but if one of you really enjoys that feeling of being the provider, then you may be worried that you can't do that. And it may be something you're just putting on yourself. It doesn't really exist because you see the light in the window there. It's just an internal fear you have. Oh, I won't be enough. I can't make enough. I can't provide enough. What if this person, what if we fall into this sort of energy here where we're lacking? And then, like I said, it could be that the wedding is being organized now, and that, there are situations that crop up with costs. Okay, you may find out that the room rental or the church hall rental is too expensive, or more likely, you'll find out that the caterer is too expensive, or you'll find out that one of you wants to invite 500 of your closest friends, and the other one is wanting to keep it a small ceremony, with just close friends and family, meaning like, 25 to 50 people, or less even. So that may pop up, and it may have to do with finances, either in the business deal or in starting the preparations for this wedding or this union, even finding a house that you can afford for you and your new spouse. Now, the advice Spirit is giving you is this card. And Spirit is acknowledging to you, Leo, that these waters run deep and they're a little bit choppy, meaning that there is some emotional, I won't say turmoil, that's too strong, but there is some emotional condition that feels unsettled about whatever this is for you that is brought to your awareness by this eclipse, which only serves to catapult you forward now on your journey. Remember that. If something pops up, in whatever way it pops up for you, it's for your greatest good and to bring something up into your awareness that you needed to see and deal with. And that's what this card is about. Spirit is saying, Leo, deal with it. Decide. Make a wise decision. This or this. Thoughts are symbolized by swords. They are mental energy, okay? So you're going to be going into your mind and logically thinking this through, the best way to proceed. It's a decision that has to do with emotions because the water is a little bit choppy and water is emotion energy, okay? So my guess is you may be deciding one way or the other to move ahead with the business deal or move ahead with this planning of a wedding or move ahead with asking someone to be your spouse, or, you know, it could work in reverse where they're asking you, and, you know, that could very well happen. But there is a decision to be made. But look at the blindfold on this lady. Leo, you may not have all the data you need or all the information you need to make the wisest choice. So Spirit is cautioning you to remove that blindfold and look at all of the facts of the case or the situation, whatever situation this is in your case. It will be different for all of you. But whatever it is, Spirit's cautioning you, Leo, you may not have all the data. Get the facts first. Get the facts first. And then feel into it. She's got her heart covered, so she's not really feeling and making decisions from her heart. She's trying to think her way through it. And with this water here, you know, it would be wise for you, yes, use the information you gather and think through it clearly, but also uncross those arms over your heart. Free your heart and let your heart speak to you equally before you decide whatever it is that you're going to be making a decision on. Okay, Leo, let's go ahead and look at the Romance Angels cards. Angels, we're here with Leo. Could you please give us a card for Leo to crown the reading today? For Leo to crown the reading today. There it is. Okay. And let's see what it is. Yep, this one is so appropriate for you, Leo. Let's take a look. It says, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Keyword, work on your partnership. So there is a partnership in play, as we discussed, because of the 7th house. And we've discussed here, this card indicates that some kind of work or revamping or renegotiation needs to occur. But go ahead and make that decision with your heart and your mind once you have all the information, because this partnership is worth giving a chance to. Whether it's in business, whether it's in love, it's worth rethinking, making a wise decision, and then moving ahead. It is worth it. So do give it a chance. Do give it a chance if you can, if you feel like that is what you want to do. It's worth it. All right. Now, angels, we are still here with our Leo friends, and we would like the final message from you today to help them navigate this eclipse and this 7th house energy pain that's going on, and for them to make up their minds. There it is. Whoops, you got 2. Okay, I'll take them, Leo. You got 2. All right, the first one that comes... Okay. I'm thinking which one I'm supposed to read first. Okay. I'm going to read this one first. Okay. Now, Leo, this is the angel Sonia, and she says, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Leo, if there is some grief and sadness over the fact that someone very dear to you has made their transition to the other side, and you feel like maybe you're getting married and a close family member or close friend has crossed over and is not here to celebrate that. And they're showing up today to say, Leo, I'm happy and I'm at peace. I'm in a good spot and I love you. Don't worry about me. This could very well be a parent, a step-parent, grandparents, whoever. Someone is speaking to you, Leo, from the other side, and they're sending you a message, a clear message that says they're doing great. They're so happy and at peace. Please don't worry about them. Go ahead and give this relationship and this new chapter in your life that's starting a chance. Now, the other angel that wanted to come in today, Leo, is this one. And it is the angel Serena. And she says, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need. And God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. Wow, Leo, I am getting chills and angel bumps like crazy right now. Remember what we said? This could be that you're worried about the money to take this wedding forward, or even offer engagement to someone. Someone may even be worried about it as well. Someone else maybe. But this card is coming in to say, from Angel Serena, that you will receive the money you need. God is in charge. God is going to see how that's going to come into your life. Just hold the faith, because you're going to get that money for whatever it is you need, whether it's in business or love. So go ahead, put that smile on your face, Leo. Have faith. Reach down deep into the inner recesses of your heart and hold the space for that money to come in. It is indeed coming in, and then you will have everything you need to step forward into this beautiful relationship. So give it a chance. Just hold tight. All is well. Wow, Leo, that was a very powerful reading. I hope that it helped you in some way. I'm going to be back, I don't know, in a few days, I guess, with our readings for March. Luckily, no eclipses in March, but I believe we have 2 full moons, so we'll see about that then. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.